Hey everybody, welcome back to Static Cast Gaming. I hope everyone had a good day today. If you've heard any news today regarding PS5 and Xbox, there's actually a couple of people that have had some problems with their consoles dying. One of them is YouTuber ACG. Now he actually got his console before launch, obviously, because when he uploaded a video on YouTube describing his issue, and that was, I believe, on November 10th, yesterday. This article on NME is actually covering his situation, and basically it's stating that his console just is completely dead at this point. And the reason why apparently is because he was, what he stated in his YouTube video is that he was experiencing some issues with external storage errors when the PS5 was coming out of sleep mode, and it would give him some errors frequently regarding that, and then at some point it just completely froze or just shut down or stopped working completely to the point where it wouldn't even turn on. But it seemed like all the issues started around that. But as it states here, it says that the PS5 initially showed storage build issues, prompting ACG to contact Sony for troubleshooting advice. And he did say that he tried to resolve it with them, but he didn't exactly say, I don't think, all the troubleshooting steps that they had him go through, if that made anything worse or not. But the end result was the console basically was dead, and it affected him in a ways that, it affected him from being able to upload gameplay and things like that with it, because it looked like he had already started uploading gameplay videos on it. And now he's got to get another console. So at this point, that kind of made me wonder what was going on. And if I go to this website on The Verge, which, by the way, I will have all the links to the YouTube channels I'm going over today, and these websites, will be in the description of the video, just to let you know. But in this article on The Verge from November 5th, it's talking about how Sony confirms the PS5 won't support SSD storage expansion at launch. And when you read through it, what it's actually explicitly talking about is the M.2 SSD type of external storage. So if you scroll down, it's actually confirming that other external storage will be supported, where it says here, the good news is that all of these consoles also support USB external storage, and Sony confirms to me that it'll be available on PS5 on day one. So I'm assuming ACG was using a USB external storage device, but he doesn't explicitly say what type it was, and I'm not even sure at this point what it could be. I mean, I do have some background in computer configuration and server configuration. I don't know if it had something to do with the drive being formatted a certain way, or maybe it was more formatted for Windows. I don't know. Those are all basic things you would think people don't really need to worry about these days, but I just don't know why it would lock up and freeze. But we have to consider that his was also pre-launch PS5, and right now I'm not sure if anyone else is reporting anything similar going on. But the PS5 doesn't actually officially release until tomorrow, November 12th, which I'm planning on buying one for my son. So I'm a little nervous, but I guess as long as we don't really use any external storage right away, it's probably going to be okay, I guess. But I have to assume ACG was using some type of a USB external storage device, and it still ended up breaking on him. But Sony doesn't really, I don't think they really explain how they're addressing the M.2 SSD, because ACG doesn't say he's using one of these either. But I'm not sure if they're just shutting it down, just software wise, so that it just won't work, period, or what. But based on this information, I have to assume that he was using a USB external storage device. So anyone out there that ends up getting the PS5 probably want to be careful before connecting any external storage to it. Or you might want to contact Sony and find out if there's any that are actually already approved, that work well with the operating system that the PS5 is running, which I'm assuming it's some form of Linux. But usually storage devices these days, you don't usually have to worry too much about them. They pretty much work with anything. So it's really a head scratcher. I don't know, or it could all just be because he had an early release one and there was just some kind of a glitch. I guess we're going to find out, because if other people, buy these and start reporting the same problem, then we'll know it's a bigger issue. But for now, I would just say be careful when connecting external storage to the PS5, even if it's just a USB external storage device. On that note, there was a YouTuber named Yojimbo who actually just got his Xbox Series X on launch day, and he actually he uploaded a video showing that it basically died. Now, he actually shows he's inserting a disc into the disk drive, and the disc won't go in. And then afterwards, he's showing some footage of his TV screen. It looks like it's trying to load Gears Tactics, and it just is not loading. It's freezing, and then you see him pushing all the buttons on the Xbox controller, and nothing's happening. And then eventually it just dies. So, I don't know if it ends up going into standby mode on its own, or if it really did die. But from what he's saying afterwards, when everything was said and done, and he was saying that it actually was officially just dead. So, apparently there's some people out there that could be potentially getting some bad consoles that have glitches in it, and there's no telling if it's like, a huge amount of them, or if it's just small little sprinkles of consoles that could be having some kind of, that could have some defects from maybe when they were shipped, when they were, being shipped out to, their destination for, maybe stores or warehouses and things like that. Or maybe they could potentially be manufactured in different locations, and, some of them may not be up to par, or, maybe when they were soldering things together, there might have been just that one or two people that didn't do the best job on some of them. Who knows? But again, it's one of those things where we're not going to find out. I mean, I tested mine yesterday after I set it up, and it's just absolutely whisper quiet, where you can't even tell it's on. I haven't noticed any type of lag or glitches on it, but I still have to record some gameplay. So, that's when the console's going to be under more stress. Was when I'm actually playing a game for, an extended period of time, like let's say an hour or something like that. So I still don't know how it's going to perform under load. But so far, I'm cautiously optimistic that I have a Series X that doesn't have any problems right now. So hopefully it stays that way. So far my experience with it has been very good. In fact, I'm very happy so far. So hopefully it stays that way. I'm going to put the links for everything in the description. Also, in regards to ACG, he's actually currently giving away a PS5. So you might want to check him out and see if you can get involved with that. He looks like a good YouTuber. I didn't really watch a lot of his videos, but, I might just watch it just to, see what he's been up to. But he looks like he's been on for a long time. And he did say in his video, when he was explaining how his PS5 wasn't working, he said that he's going to still give away the PS5. He's going to order a couple of them. The first one he's going to, give it away as part of a prize. And then the second one I think he's going to, keep for himself, since his current one is dead. And, he sounds pretty cool. So definitely check him out. I'll have the link to his channel and to his video in the in my description for my video. And I'll also have the link for Yojimbo, so you can watch his video with the problems he was having with his Xbox Series X. And I guess just stay tuned, try to find out and see if other people are reporting problems. If I find anything out, I'll definitely report it. But for now, the takeaways from this: PS5 owners, you just got to be careful if you notice any problems with external storage, even if it's a USB storage device. If you're noticing any errors, if it's coming out of sleep mode, I would find a way to just disconnect that storage device before the console just ends up dying, like it did for ACG. But again, it's kind of hard to say. He had an early release. It might just be something that was happening to his, and the other ones aren't going to have that problem. So you just got to use caution. Obviously, anyone who's getting an Xbox Series X, I guess you have to just be careful. But if you start it up and the same thing that happened to Yojimbo happens to you, you're probably going to find out right away, fairly quickly, because the console's not going to be working right. So hopefully that was just a one-off type of thing. Maybe it was damaged, potentially when it was being distributed. Who knows? I don't. But everybody's just got to be very alert and have a backup plan if things go wrong. A lot of times if you order consoles from stores like Walmart and Best Buy and things like that, even if you get it delivered and because you purchased it online and you didn't buy it at a physical store, a lot of times they're good at taking the product back to the store at a participating store that's near you. A lot of times they'll take your online orders and let you exchange it there. So I don't think it's the end of the world if something bad happens. That you could probably go to a local store that you bought it from and exchange it. If you're using something like a major store chain like Best Buy or Walmart or something like that. But hopefully this information was helpful. If you have any suggestions or questions or any other comments, go ahead and post them, and I'll keep uploading more content. And I hope everyone has a good night or a good day wherever you are, and I will be posting up some gameplay soon. All right, have a good one.